UFC 322 is this weekend. This UFC card is stacked, probably the best card of 2025. And we're going to go through the entire card, starting off with the prelims, ending off with the main event, giving you my picks and predictions on who I think will win and why. Starting off with the first fight on the prelims, Malcom Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. I'm picking Malcom Wellmaker to knock out Cody Haddon in the first round. Malcom Wellmaker has 3 knockout wins in the UFC. Notable names like Chris Moutinho and Cameron Simon, who are both very good prospects. Malcom Wellmaker is knocking out guys in like a cartoon fashion. Like, this guy has insane power. He's flashy, good reach, good distance management, and it looks like he's not even trying. This dude is a dog. Cody Haddon is also a good fighter. He's got good boxing awareness, good presence in the pocket, pretty good grappling. So he's probably going to try and clinch up with Malcom Wellmaker early. I just think Malcom Wellmaker is that next guy. He's undefeated in the UFC. He's 31 years old. He's knocking out guys like it's nothing. I think this guy is it. He's the next it factor. He just has it. And he looks stunning every time he fights. There's no holes in his game so far. And his striking is just so easy to watch. It just looks like he's in a flow state the entire time, knocking out guys with ease. I think he beats and knocks out Cody Haddon in the first round with ease. Going to our next fight, Erin Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Erin Blanchfield is a minus 245. I'm picking her to beat Tracy Cortez. I think she's just the better fighter overall. Better grappling, better striking, better fighting IQ. She's also fought better competition. I feel like every time Tracy Cortez is in that spot to prove that she's gotten better, that her skills has improved, she always loses in like a weird decision loss where she had moments of success but then just got ran through. I'm picking Erin Blanchfield to beat Tracy Cortez 30-27. I think Erin Blanchfield is just going to dominate Tracy Cortez in the grappling department. Erin Blanchfield had, a good fight against Rose. She did lose to Manon Farrow, but overall her grappling is her game. She's not the greatest striker, but she does use her kicks and her overhands correctly to set up that grappling. I'm picking Erin Blanchfield to pretty much out-grapple Tracy Cortez 30-27. I think Tracy Cortez might find some success in the standing department, maybe 1s and 2s down the middle, but I don't really think she has a chance against Erin Blanchfield. Going to our next fight, Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodrigues. I'm picking Gregory Rodrigues to beat Roman Kopylov, second round TKO. Roman Kopylov looked terrible against Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa looked like he was in his prime. He looked amazing against Roman Kopylov. Kopylov just fell apart. He just couldn't do anything. He was the nail in the entire fight. Once he was getting beat in that first round, it just seemed like he was giving up. I think he's got good boxing, but once he's getting beat, he tries to counter fight, and then he just is getting beat up, I think Gregory Rodrigues, although he's 100 years old and he looks like he's 35, I think he's got the power, the striking, and just the pressure to beat Roman Kopylov and put that dominance on him. I think this dude is scary. The way he knocked out Jack Hermanson was scary. I think Gregory Rodrigues, he might not be the volume puncher, but he has that one-punch power, and I think he can easily do that against Roman Kopylov. Gregory Rodrigues is the slight favorite, a minus 166, but I think he could do this by TKO, second round, gets Roman Kopylov to back up, throw some body kicks, right hand, left hook, drops Roman Kopylov, and then finishes him off with some ground and pound. I could see that going that way. Going into the featured fight on the prelims, Bo Nickal versus Rodolfo Vieira. Bo Nickal is coming off that loss against Rainer de Ritter. I still feel like Bo Nickal isn't that good. When he came in, everybody was talking about how good his striking is and, oh my God, he's knocking out guys. He has an overhand right and a left hook, and that's it. And that's how he got exposed against Rainer de Ritter. He doesn't use his grappling. We saw that against Paul Craig. I just feel like Bo Nickal is overhyped, and he's facing a very good fighter. Rodolfo Vieira is a dog. He's not the greatest striker. He does have like 2 combinations. That's about it. A 1-2 down the middle and a right hand and a left hook. That's about it. That's all he'll throw. But his grappling, his jiu-jitsu is insane. I think Rodolfo Vieira could make this a dirty fight. I think he will beat Bo Nickal. I'm picking Rodolfo Vieira to beat Bo Nickal in a close decision fight. I don't think Bo Nickal likes to use his wrestling. I think he's scared to get into a scramble with people. I genuinely feel like he's afraid to use jiu-jitsu against people in the UFC. I don't know what it is. Maybe because he doesn't feel like he's developed that much in that department. I don't know what it is. But I think Rodolfo Vieira is going to beat Bo Nickal. I think this could be a striking matchup for a little bit if Rodolfo Vieira can't get a trip or if Bo Nickal doesn't take down Rodolfo Vieira. This could look like Ben Askren and Damian Maia on the feet, where the grappling cancels out and it's just a striking fest. But I'm picking Rodolfo Vieira against Bo Nickal. I think Rodolfo Vieira will be able to get on the inside, land some good punches, look for a trip, and pretty much just grapple with Bo Nickal. And I think you'll see him implement a lot of submission attempts, try and get to the back of Bo Nickal, maybe look for a submission. But I think this will be a close 29-28 decision win. I'm picking the underdog, Rodolfo Vieira. He's a plus 180. I don't think Bo Nickal's that good. I think his striking has been exposed. I think Reiner de Ridder is a good fighter, but he got finished by knees up the middle. Like, you can't stop that. Going into the first fight on the main card, Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I'm picking another underdog on this card, Beneil Dariush. Beneil Dariush is a plus 164. Close odds on this fight. I think Benoit Saint Denis is overrated. I don't think his grappling is that good. I think the win against Mauricio Huffy was crap. Benoit Saint Denis had the back of Huffy, hooks in and everything, and fell over and had Mauricio Huffy reverse on him. Mauricio Huffy was in the guard of BSD multiple times and just decided to stand up. I think Beneil Dariush is going to expose BSD. I don't think BSD's grappling is as good as people think it is. And I think he has holes on the feet. I don't think his striking is that good either. And Beneil Dariush likes to catch people on the feet. He's so awkward and he fights at weird angles that people can't really get his timing down. I think Beneil Dariush is going to beat Benoit Saint Denis. Decision win. I think this fight's going to look similar to how the Renato Moicano and Dariush fight looked, where Dariush threw a lot of body kicks, wore out the movement of Renato Moicano, and then grappled him. I think that same thing's going to happen. Also, same opponent, Renato Moicano. Dariush beat him clearly, outstruck him, outgrappled him, and Benoit Saint Denis got manhandled from Renato Moicano. Common factor. I know you shouldn't use MMA math, but I'm picking Beneil Dariush, although Beneil Dariush is also 100 years old, and it feels like at any moment he should lose. His last 2 losses is to Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. Those are pretty good losses. I think Beneil Dariush is going to pull off the upset win. A good underdog pick against Benoit Saint Denis. Decision win, 29-28. Going into another banger fight. Gosh, this card is so stacked. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards is an underdog, a plus 160. Carlos Prates is a minus 192. I'm picking Leon Edwards, which is crazy because I'm a Carlos Prates fanboy. I love Carlos Prates. Insane power. He's flashy. This dude is a dog. He's a dog. But Leon Edwards is still that guy. He's still top 5 in the welterweight division. And we cannot forget, this dude has been in a training camp for grapplers 4 straight times, I think. Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, Bilal Muhammad, and Sean Brady. Wow. Leon Edwards has not fought a striker in so long. It's crazy to even think about. He was supposed to fight Jack Della Maddalena, but then when Shavkat pulled out against Bilal, they moved JDM versus Bilal, and then Sean Brady versus Leon Edwards. So it makes sense. But I'm picking Leon Edwards. I still think he is a good striker. He's a very good counter fighter. I think although Carlos Prates has the reach on Leon Edwards and he's going to have that distance management and have the knockout power, I do think Leon Edwards has the clinch game. I think he's going to be able to grapple with Carlos Prates. This is a 3-round fight. So yes, Carlos Prates might be able to stun Leon Edwards and do something crazy in 3 rounds. What Leon Edwards can do in 3 rounds compared to Carlos Prates, I feel like is much greater. Leon Edwards has the grappling ability to manhandle Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards took down Kamaru Usman and held him down in a round. I think he could do that against Carlos Prates. I think Leon Edwards will beat Carlos Prates. I think this will be 29-28. He'll probably win the first 2 rounds. And then in the 3rd round, Carlos Prates is probably going to throw like a spinning back kick, something crazy. Leon Edwards is going to be wobbling like how he did against Nate Diaz. But I'm picking Leon Edwards. Another underdog pick. I think Leon Edwards can surprise people. This dude has the experience, the fighting IQ, and he's on a 2-fight losing streak, you know? I think it's going to be hard for him to go to losing 3 fights in a row. He could, but I'm picking Leon Edwards. I think the fighting experience and fighting IQ is going to beat Carlos Prates. Also, Carlos Prates, we've seen him against grapplers or seen him get grappled like against Ian Gary, and he didn't look good. This is a 3-round fight. So if Leon Edwards can clinch up with Carlos Prates and make this a dog fight, I think he can beat him. I'm picking Leon Edwards, unanimous decision, 29-28. Going into our featured fight. This card is stacked with great welterweight fights. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, another dog fight. This is the number 1 contender, without a doubt. Sean Brady, a -142 favorite, taking on Michael Morales, a +120. Michael Morales is a dog on the feet, a 79-inch reach. His striking is insane. He's undefeated, 18-0. This dude is coming off the Gilbert Burns win. Sean Brady's coming off the Leon Edwards win, 18-1. Sean Brady's only loss is to Bilal Muhammad, where he got knocked out on the feet, TKO in the 2nd round. However, Sean Brady's grappling ability, his fighting IQ, and his experience is top level. Like, this dude has shown like he is ready for a championship fight. I'm picking Sean Brady to beat Michael Morales. We haven't seen Michael Morales on the ground. We haven't seen him tested in that field, especially against someone high level like Sean Brady. Now, I could be wrong. Michael Morales could have amazing takedown defense, prevent the takedown, and then knock out Sean Brady. It's just Sean Brady is a pressure wrestler. He's a very good chain wrestler. His jiu-jitsu is insane. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Brady submits Michael Morales. Michael Morales is only 26 years old, and I think that will show in this fight. I think Michael Morales is a good fighter. He's got good technique. He's flashy. He's undefeated. However, you're only 26 years old. Who have you really been tested against in the UFC? You know, Gilbert Burns is a good win, but he's out of his prime. Gilbert Burns is old. I think Sean Brady beats Michael Morales. I think he's going to out-grapple him. Unanimous decision, 30-27 across the boards. I think Sean Brady, his striking has improved, but I think having that reach disadvantage, he's not going to look to be on the feet long. He's going to try and take down Michael Morales immediately, and I think he can. I think Sean Brady's grappling ability will be there, and I think he can out-grapple Michael Morales to make this a very fun, entertaining fight. If Michael Morales wins, though, it's going to be by stunning knockout. There's no way Michael Morales is going to win this decision. I don't see it happening. I think Sean Brady is going to wrestle fuck Michael Morales. I think that's going to happen. I'm picking Sean Brady, 30-27, unanimous decision win. I'm picking that. Co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. I just posted my video. I'm sure y'all have seen it. I'm picking Valentina. I think Zhang Weili is a great fighter. Weili is insane. She's one of my favorite fighters of all time, top 3 favorite. Her war against Joanna was amazing. Her grit and her ability to bite down on the mouthpiece and keep pushing and keep pushing. She's a dog. But this is the flyweight division. She's going to have that reach disadvantage. And I think Valentina is still one of the greatest fighters of all time. I still think she's top 3 right now. I think her distance management, her ability to get off the center line, her angles, her striking is just so evolved. It's so much better than everybody else's. I think it's going to be hard for Zhang Weili to really strike with Valentina. And I think Valentina's grappling is still very underrated. I think Zhang Weili might be able to get a couple takedowns against Valentina, but I don't think Zhang Weili is going to be able to hold down Valentina Shevchenko. I just don't think it's going to happen. When have we ever seen Valentina get held down for an entire round and just look wore out? You know, I guess you could say the Alexa Grasso fight, but I just don't think Zhang Weili has the striking to compete with Valentina, and I don't know if her grappling is going to be able to like confuse Valentina enough where Valentina just can't get up. You know, I'm picking Shevchenko. I think this is going to be a super close fight, though. This might be fight of the year. I really think that it's so technical. Like, you have two of the best. These are the two best women fighters in the UFC right now. The strawweight GOAT, Zhang Weili, and the flyweight GOAT, Valentina Shevchenko. I'm picking Valentina. I'm going to stick with it. I think this is going to be a unanimous decision win. Very close fight. 48-47, 49-46. Valentina hasn't looked amazing. She hasn't looked amazing. We saw that in her last fight against Manon Fiorot. But this could be a shocker fight. This could be like a surprise win where this is like the best win on Valentina's record. Zhang Weili, you know? And what if Zhang Weili, she does get in a lot of wars and she does get hit a lot. What if this is like her fall-off fight? She could win, though. She could knock out Valentina. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this moment. But I'm picking Valentina. I believe her distance management and her striking and her toughness will be able to grind out a 5-round win. A 5-round fight, a win for her. I'm picking Valentina. I think she beats Zhang Weili. Close fight. Very tough to decide on. In the main event, finally, Jack Della Maddalena, JDM, versus Islam Makhachev. Probably the best fight of the year. This is my favorite fight of 2025. Jack Della Maddalena, dog. Insane boxing. If you know me, you know my favorite type of fighters are people that can box like crazy. And Muay Thai fighters. Charles Oliveira, JDM. This dude is a dog. 18-2 in the UFC. Coming off a great Belal Muhammad win. But he's facing Islam Makhachev, who's coming up from the lightweight division. He's jacked. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to beat Jack Della Maddalena. I think Jack Della Maddalena is a good fighter. I think he's got great striking, good takedown defense. But everybody keeps talking about, the way he defended the takedowns against Belal. You know, if he can defend the takedowns, Islam's striking isn't going to compete with JDM. I thought that at first, but the more I think about it, I'm like, Islam was having a hard time taking down Volkanovski, and he was competing with Volkanovski on the feet, you know? Islam Makhachev was competing with Dustin Poirier on the feet. I think Islam's striking is severely underrated. I think he's gotten better every single fight. He's still getting better. There's a reason why he's number 2 pound for pound in the world. And the fact that he's just taken away everybody's win streak, what he's done in the UFC is just amazing. How fast he's submitting guys, the dominance he has. I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to make this a competitive fight. I think he will bloody up Islam Makhachev. I think Islam Makhachev, this is going to be his hardest fight ever in his UFC career. He's going to get bloodied up. He might get dropped. He's going to get hurt. But I think overall, I'm picking Islam Makhachev's fighting IQ, his striking, his evolution in his striking, his grappling, dominance, and just his jiu-jitsu. Like, just his entire game feels like it's just better than Jack Della Maddalena. I think if this is close on the feet, Islam can easily take down Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena got taken down 7 times against Gilbert Burns. Islam and Gilbert Burns are 2 different fighters. Gilbert Burns is a great BJJ guy, without a doubt. But Islam's different, you know? He's different. I'm picking a bear over a kangaroo all day. I'm picking a mountain goat over a kangaroo all day. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to beat Jack Della Maddalena. Unanimous decision. I think this will be just like the co-main event. A super technical, competitive fight. I think Islam Makhachev beats Jack Della Maddalena. I think he's going to grind out the win. This is going to be similar to Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski 1, where Islam Makhachev is going to have a hard time getting the takedown, but he's not going to stop. He's going to chain wrestle. He's going to get heavy on the hips of Jack Della Maddalena, force him to be in turtle, start threatening, submissions at the neck, look for a head arm choke, maybe threaten the arm, get a Kimura or a key lock. And I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to be defending so much that you're going to see the clear offensive side from Islam Makhachev. I think Islam Makhachev will beat Jack Della Maddalena, and we're going to finally say that Islam Makhachev is a top 5 GOAT and that he could possibly be the GOAT of the UFC if he beats Jack Della Maddalena. If he finishes Jack Della Maddalena, this dude is pound for pound number 1, maybe top 3 GOAT. I don't know. This dude, Islam, is a dog. And I think he could beat Jack Della Maddalena, and I think he will. I think JDM is a good boxer, though. JDM is tough. That fight against Belal Muhammad surprised me. I just hope this is a close, competitive fight. I just don't want to see Islam get manhandled, and I also don't want to see JDM get manhandled. I want this to be a close, competitive fight. I don't want this to be like Dricus, Duplessis, and Hamzat. I want this to be competitive, and I think it will be. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to beat Jack Della Maddalena 48-47, and people are going to start calling him the GOAT. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video.